So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Linux. Welcome to Core Java session. Okay. In previous session, what we have seen about string, we have seen that what is immutable class, how to create one immutable class. Right. This is the program we have seen. Right, to create an immutable class. So what we have observed in previously, the any class can be created immutable if we are having that class as a final. There should be no setter, there should be no setter method. Otherwise, if you are setter means you are adding the value, na, then value will be changed. To avoid that, we don't have setter. All the value should be, all the variables should be private. We have only parameterized constructor, not default constructor. Then a method which return its own class. What is the class name? Test. Therefore, return type is test. Some logic to return we have written, right? So we have seen this program yesterday in previous session. So this is how you can create. But did you observe that string is immutable? String is immutable. So that is very, very important. They will ask you in the interview, string is immutable or not. Then you have to answer that. Then why Java people make the string as immutable? So please Google and let me know tomorrow session why people have make string as immutable, because you should be able to analyze based on this immutable concept why they have made such decision. String is also final class, right? So you have to think and later let me know tomorrow why they have kept string as immutable. Now, after this, we are going to start string buffer. Okay, today's topic will be string buffer. Let me write. This is also interview question. What is string, string buffer, string builder? So first we will go with string buffer. Then we will see slowly string builder. So if the content is changing frequently, if the content is changing frequently, if the content is changing frequently, then never, never recommend, never go with string, never go with string, never go with string. Okay, never go with string. What happened? Because every object, a new object will be created na, for every change. Whenever we are changing, that is what immutability. String is immutable. Whenever content changes, a new object is created. For every changes, new object will be created internally, right? So that is what if the content is changing frequently, then no, never go with string, because every time object will be created. An object created means memory utilization. Memory utilization means performance wise. These are interview questions. So in interview, they will ask you how you will make your application robust and it should give performance. In that answer, there may be multiple answers, but this is one of the answer. While you should answer carefully, like whenever we are developing our application, whenever we are using string, we should be very careful. We should use string buffer if required, based on requirement. I am saying not every time. There will be multi-threading application. There will be normal application. Based on that, we have to decide whether we have to go with string builder, we have to go with string buffer, whether we have to go with string. So in such situation, to avoid object creation, we should go with what? We should go with string buffer, because whenever we are changing a string, then what is happening? An objects are creating. Small changes leads to object creation. That is leads to memory utilization, which is leading to performance. So at that time, you should answer. We should be careful while using string. So we can use string buffer to avoid object creation. Okay, to handle to handle to handle such a requirement, we should go for we should go with we should we should go with we should go with string buffer. String buffer. We should go with string buffer. Okay. Now that this is the advantage of string buffer over string. Okay, all the changes will be done on the same copy. All the changes will be done on the same copy. In string, we have observed if we are creating an object, this is an object, this is an object, x equal to 10. x equal to 10, let's say x equal to 10, and we are doing changes x equal to 100, then what happened? New object is created na. When we are changing x equal to 10 to x equal to 100, what will happen? A new object is created na. This is the disadvantage, right? So to avoid the situation when we go for string buffer, then we will go for string buffer. Then whenever whatever we changes we are doing, that changes will reflect in same object copy. Okay, now we will see the different method and constructor inside string buffer. Come here. Nothing is there. Let me delete all this part. This is our simple test class. This is our simple test class. Okay. This is our simple test class. Okay, now. Can I create string buffer? String buffer. We need to understand what is string buffer. String buffer SB is equal to new string buffer. String new buffer. Select all, Control Shift Tab, format. It is spelling mistake. It should be string buffer and continuously. String buffer. Select all, Control Shift Tab, format. Now we have created, right? Now we have created one string buffer object. Let me check the capacity. Let me check the capacity of is system.out.println, 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 sb.capacity. This is the method capacity. See, capacity. It is inside this. It is giving suggestion. Save this, run this program. We will try to understand what is the capacity of string buffer. String buffer capacity is what? String buffer capacity is 16. Okay. Now try to understand. I want to add some content. I want to add some content. First, we will go inside the Control Shift H. String buffer. Let me open this. This is also final class. This is also final class. Now try to understand. Capacity is there. There is a method, right? Sorry, not this one. If you see, right, this is the capacity. This is the method. What it is returning? Some int number. Okay. Whatever we are passing here in our code, it is giving length. Whenever simple string buffer is created, what is the size? 16. Okay. Now try to observe. Means what we can do? We can add something inside string. Till what position? 16 position. After that, what will happen? Try to understand. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. How many character? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Let me run this program. Good. Now try to understand. Let me again print the capacity. Run as Java application. Two different option is coming, right? Two different output. Let me remove Q and now run it. Run as Java application. Now try to understand, guys. Count it: A, B, C 3, D, E, F 6, G, H, I 9, J, J, K, J 12, double J, right? Now try to observe. Any character, your name, my name, anyone's name, any English, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. ठीक है? Whenever capacity is 16, it is going to print 16 only. See, both are 16. The moment I add one more character, let me add one more character, PQ, the capacity will increase. It will double approximately, right? 16 to 34. How? Okay. Now, capacity is increased. Capacity is increased. ठीक है? Capacity is increased. Okay. Now, try to observe. How the capacity will be increased? The current capacity is what? 16. The current capacity is how much? Current capacity is how much? 16. New capacity will be, new capacity will be, new capacity will be current capacity, current capacity, current capacity plus 1, current capacity plus 1, multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So if you see, right, just when I added some data, so current, what will become 34. So 16 plus 1 becomes 17, 17 multiplied by 2 is 34. So that's the reason when I am, so that's the reason in this line when we did not added anything, it was what it is like. Let me copy this, paste here and remove Q. Whenever only 16, so capacity will be 16. Just we added one more character, then what it will be? Capacity will become 634. Hope you are understanding. ठीक है? No. No. So initially we are creating empty string buffer. Then we are adding some data. That is different thing. But at initial level only we can define some string buffer with some capacity. No boss, I want this capacity. So this is we are using constructor. This is we are using constructor. When we are passing some value, when we are passing some value in parameter, then it will become what? It will become constructor. It is default constructor. So there may be some parameterized constructor. How I will use some value 20. I will use some value 20 and let me print this capacity. Copy this, paste here. What is the variable name of second string buffer? 20. Let me print this. What will be the output? See, it is coming with default capacity. 20 is the capacity. So if we come here and if we see here parameterized constructor, if you see parameterized constructor string, see there is a constructor, right? Which is taking some capacity and it is returning some, it is creating that capacity, particular value, right? Default is giving how much capacity? 16. Okay? And it is giving whatever the capacity we are giving using super class, right? What is the super class? Java abstract string builder. If you see string builder, parent is use whom? Abstract string builder. Come here. See, this is abstract class. This is abstract class. Okay. Hope you are good. String builder. Who is the parent? Extend abstract class. Abstract class, abstract string builder is the parent of string buffer. Okay. Now come here. If you want to give some default capacity, we can use we can use this constructor. Okay. Now, now, next is we want to create an equivalent string buffer object for a particular string. Okay. For particular string. Then we can create, like, let's say string s3 equal to something. Amit, I am using string s3 equal to Amit. Okay. Now, if I will create some, I can pass string also. Copy here. It is struct. Copy here. Paste here. Let me give some name. SB2. I can pass S3 here. S3 here. And then it should be a SB2 capacity. Now I will run. What is coming? What is coming? 20, right? Now try to observe. So this is how we can create an equivalent. But tell me guys, why this is coming 20? What is the logic behind this? Logic behind this, I am writing that logic. Whatever the string we are adding, what is the length of string? S3 dot length plus 16 is the formula. Now you can understand what is Amit, AMIT 4, and what is 16? 4 plus 16, that's why 20 is coming. If I will read Amit K, it will become 21. See, last output will become 21. Because this time Amit K is 5 character. Hope you are good. So we are creating an equivalent string buffer object for a given string. Hope you are good, right? So there are lots of methods there in string buffer class. Okay. Like how we have seen string, right? We have seen string char, set caret, right? That is your responsibility to deep dive. For example, I'm using SB2 dot. Lot of method is there, right? SB set char, capacity, caret. We have seen the example of during our string, right? The same way we have to understand in string buffer. You have to practice in that way. Okay. Now, like trim. Now it is not coming. Why? SB trim. So same type of functionality is there in string buffer. You need to go different method like reverse method, set length method, right? Delete method, trim to size, right? Ensure capacity. So this type of method available. You should practice this. So you understand the difference between string and string buffer. String is immutable. Every time new object is created to avoid such requirement. If we don't want to create new object, we want the changes reflecting the same object, then we should go with string buffer. Hope you are good. Now the next topic is string builder. Next topic is string builder. String builder. String builder. Now, there is a one word synchronize. We are going to see this in detail, but I will give you some brief about this. Synchronized. This is the word. We will understand some part of synchronize. In string buffer, in string buffer, all methods, all method are synchronized. All method is synchronized. See, trim to size, synchronize. Ensure capacity is synchronized. Capacity is synchronized. Set length is synchronized. Every method is synchronized. You have to use this method to whatever with naming convention you can practice few method and you will understand. Every method is synchronized, right? Now, what is mean by synchronize? What is mean by synchronize? Whenever I am using the word thread, whenever I am using the word thread, whenever I am using word the thread means nothing but a program. Okay? For example, this is your one program. You have written one program. This is your code. Okay? So what will happen? Only one code can interact with this. This is also one program. One program can use this program, not other program. For example, one thread is there. There are so many. Thread means what? Thread means what? Try to understand diagrammatically. Then you will understand. Thread means what? Other program. You are calling one method inside another method, right? That is nothing but calling of program, na? Think in that way only. So whenever you are, so this is not allowed. This is not allowed in case of synchronize. Only one method can allow. Only one method can interact with the code. So what is synchronize? Only one thread is allowed to operate. Okay? Now guys, one by one. For example, now tell me, tell me guys, what is mean by synchronization? Try to understand this word first. You are a ATM user. Now tell me, you are the ATM user. And in the bank, mm, fine, fine. Try to understand one example. In the bank, you are going, you are standing in queue, right? Queue means line by line. You are withdrawing in bank. You are going to cash counter. You are withdrawing some amount. There is only one person who is available in cash counter. You are withdrawing some amount. Then next person will go. Then third person will go. Then what will happen? 10%. Each person taking 5 minutes. Each person taking 5 minutes. Then it means 9% will take 45 minutes. By the time 10% have to wait na. By the time 10% have to wait. Means for 10%, 45. Consider yourself as a thread. Those 10 people as a thread. Means one person have to do some wait for some time to withdraw the cash. So that is what the disadvantage means. Waiting period increases. Means, for example, but what will happen? I will create 10 counter, 10 cash counter. So what will happen? Or let's say I will create one five count, two counter at least. In one counter, 10 people are there. So 10th people, every people will take 5 minutes, right? Every guy, everyone has to wait for 5 minutes. Then 10 people, when he will be able to after 45 minutes. But at the same time, I am having creating one two counter. Think in that way. This is one cash counter, and this is first person, second person, third person, fourth person, 5 person. Each person will going to take 5 minutes. There is only one cash counter. There is only one cash counter. Okay? Now 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, fifth person, it will take how much time? 25 minutes, right? Minimum 25 minutes. But at the same time, if I will create one more counter, if I will create one more counter, what will happen? This is one more cash counter, right? This is one more cash counter. Then what will happen? These people will go here, na? Why to wait? These people will go here, right? So waiting period will be decreases. So what is synchronized? Synchronized means only one thread is allowed. At this moment, you understand like that, only one thread is allowed. Okay. Now try to observe. One thread is allowed means, but performance is decreased. Waiting time of the thread increase and affect the performance, right? Output will be given later time. To overcome this problem, to overcome such situation, to overcome this situation. So what does this mean? Synchronize. So thread how to wait, 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 which lead to increased time, increased time, increased time, and waiting and impacted, performance impacted. So string builder is introduced to overcome this problem. To overcome this problem, string builder is introduced. String builder is introduced in version 1.5, Java 1.5 version. In Java 1.5 version. Okay? To overcome above problem. You understand the problem statement, right? Waiting period will increase, and that will impact the performance. To overcome this problem, string builder is introduced. So we will see program, guys, based on this. Okay. Now, before this, now tell me, they will ask you in interview, what is the difference between string versus string buffer versus string builder. String builder. In interview, there will be one question. Or question will be when to go with string, when to go with string buffer, when to go with string builder. This will be your question. What will be the answer? If content is fixed, content is fixed and won't change, and won't change, and won't change, then go with string. Then use or go with string. Simple word. Okay? But second case, if content changes, if content changes and thread safety required, thread safety is required, then go with string buffer. What is thread safety? Guys, tell me, sometime you think this is disadvantage. You are in queue, you have to wait. That is also requirement. It is not that is a disadvantage. For example, if you go to bank, you have duplicated your ATM card, right? You have duplicated your ATM card. Someone duplicated the ATM card. 10 copies they created. They go at the same time to the bank. Bank is having 5,000 amount in your account. At the same time, you swipe the card with 10 ATM card and remove and withdraw 5,000. At the same time, you are able, 10 people, you are using the duplicate ATM card, they are able to withdraw 5,000. Means 50,000, even though you are having 5,000 in your bank account. But at the same time, you are able to withdraw 50,000, which is a very drawback now. So sometimes string buffer is required. Means waiting period is required. One transaction should go complete, then only second transaction. Otherwise, parallel transaction will impact the data, right? Data means anyone can withdraw 10 times 5,000 rupees at the same time, even though their bank is having 5,000. So this is not a disadvantage. Don't treat it as a disadvantage. I am saying based on requirement, when to go with string buffer. So thread safety means one operation will be done, then only second operation will be performed. So first operation requires some time, then only second operation it requires time. But that is also important. So that is nothing but thread safety. One operation will be done, then only second operation will be done. Then only third operation will be done. It requires time, but this is thread safety. Okay, if content is changing but thread safety is required, then go with string buffer. If content is changing, if content changes, but no thread safety is required, no thread safety is required, no thread safety is required, then go with string builder. Hope you are good. Hope you are good. Hope you are good. So this is the difference between string buffer and string builder, right? You can analyze your own in this way, how we have created some string buffer, create some string builder, right? Because if you know the method inside string, then some you can penetrate inside it. What is this important method are there, right? What is capacity? What is length? Ensure capacity, trim to side. Use this method in this way, right? And then you can understand more. Same way you can try with string builder. Then you will understand the functionality in detail. Okay, but interview point of view, if they were asking what is this difference between, you should be able to string builder, string buffer. But when they were asking thread safety kind of word, you should be able to answer what I explained just now. What is synchronize, right? Parallel calls. Okay, we are going to see in more detail in thread, multi-threading. But at this moment, you understand what is thread safety, what is synchronize in terms of string buffer and string builder. You should be able to answer in this way. When to use string, when to use string buffer, when to use string builder. Interview question is there. Hope you are good. Okay. So till now, guys, today we will take this only because people also joined less. I'm stopping the recording.